Nice one.
Yep.
That sun is cranking out there. We're back in for a breather and a cold drink.
Yep, we'll appreciate it.
It's a luxury to come back to quarters like this, so we'll go in and have a cold glass of water and I'll take you through this scope and rifle setup we've been using. This is the Sako Finnlight. As the name suggests, it's a super lightweight rifle. Weighing in at only 3 kilos, it's one of the lightest setups on the market. This one's chambered in .308, which is a shorter barrel as opposed to a 22-inch in the larger calibers. This setup gives you an all-round lighter profile, a fluted barrel, no open sights and fully stainless for maximum durability and great weather resistance. The stock is also very light but very strong. The guys at Sako achieved this with dual layer injection moulding. The outside layer is a much softer, more organic feel. That's backed up by these textured impregnated rubber grips that really keep it tight in your hands in wet or dusty conditions. Again, weighing in at 3 kilos, this setup's hard to beat. It's a real rough and tumble rifle for those in deer country or in mountainous terrain, but also suited to out bashing around on the ferals as we've been doing here. The sight on this rifle that we've been having so much fun with and I've been completely blown away with performance-wise is one of these new Aimpoint Micro Red Dots. Now, I've never played with the red dot before, but Clark, you've been playing with them for 20 years.
Yeah, mate, I've used a range of Aimpoint scopes now over the years, and the first ones, well, the battery only really lasted a week if you left it on and they were huge. But this is the best I've ever used.
This little guy really is a sign of the times, and it shows how modern technology is meeting the demands of hunters like myself that are looking for lighter and more compact gear in the bush. At an almost ridiculous 105 grams and not even 75 mil long, this little unit is pretty hard to beat. The interesting thing about this guy is that they're designed to be used with both eyes open. For rifle shooters like myself, that might sound a bit hard, but it's actually quite simple. It's actually amazingly simple. And it's made easy by the fact that there's zero magnification. So there's no difference between your left eye and your right eye when you bring the rifle up in the field, so it makes acquiring your target lightning fast. Now I'll get a bit technical here for a second, but I'll try and keep it simple. The secret to the accuracy of this scope is that the red dot is on a single piece of glass and there's zero fault in the parallax. Now in layman's terms, what that means is, as opposed to a scope, where a scope has a few layers of glass and the crosshairs, you have to be dead in behind it and all square to achieve your accuracy. With the dot on a single piece of glass, where that dot is where you hit. So you've actually got a little bit of movement in your cheek, and as your cheek rests against the comb of the stock. Again, this adds up to lightning fast target acquisition in the field. A perfect example of that was last night when we were coming back home and that pig ran in front of the prowler. We only had seconds really to get on him, and it was just a matter of lifting the rifle up, acquiring that pig in the scope and firing. Now we didn't have a spotlight, it was just literally Clark's head torch on him, and with a scoped rifle that would have been a nightmare to try and find the crosshairs and get all square. And don't let the size of it fool you. This unit is extremely strong and the casing is all military-spec. The battery life is an incredible 5 years. Now, harking back to what Clark was saying before, this has come a long way. You can practically leave it on for 5 years and not have to bother. You've got the ability to dial up the intensity of the red dot, which also increases its size a little bit, so you can make it finer or larger according to what you need in the day, the brightness of the day or night, whatever. It's a very handy function. Pretty much the only drawback with this is that it's zero magnification, so you're not going to be using this for long range stuff, but it's not designed for that. And certainly on a trip like this where it's in close, the action's fast, it's been absolutely outstanding.
For more information, visit berettaaustralia.com.au or visit your local Beretta dealer.